Now next we will import AWT and Swing. I import java.awt.star to import all classes available in the AWT package. Now next import java.awt.event.start to import all classes from the AWT event package. Next import javax dot swing dot star. Right. Next we are going to create a class. Let's call it fdemo. It will extend or it will inherit from JFrame. So we will use the keyword extends. Class fdemo extends JFrame and it is going to implement an action listener. Next, we are going to create a constructor for the class fdemo. Alright.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's implement. There you write import.
Okay. It's correct. You're correct. It was by autocorrect implements. Now is it okay? Now next let's create the frame. So that will create the object for our fdemo. Let us all continue where we left. So we were on the set default close operation. Now let's pass the parameter. Right. So this is how a frame is created. Next, we will add buttons to it. Also, one more thing is there. Now that we have implemented an action listener, we will need to override a method which is called as public void action performed, and inside this the parameter that will be passed is action event, and let's say the event is e. Now next, inside our f demo we will set our layout as null, right? Now next we want to create 9 buttons. We will declare our buttons outside the fdemo method so that they can be reached by other methods as well. And instead of creating 9 separate arrows, we will create an array of j buttons. We require 9 buttons. Now we have declared that outside our fdemo, inside class fdemo, but now we will define them. We will use for loop, one for loop for the rows and one for loop for the column. For int I equals 1, I less than equals 3, we will increment it. Inside this for loop, we will use another for loop. Right. Now first, we will define the button. Now we also need some integer. The integer will hold the index value of our j button array. Let's say the integer is k, and the index will array index always starts from 0. So our k is initialized at 0. Now b of k equals new j button. Next, we will set the size of our button as 80, 80. Right. Now we do not want our buttons to overlap, so we will select a variable for its location. Now for the variable, we will again choose two integers. Let's say x as 100 and another integer y as 100. Because without this variable, our buttons will overlap on one another. Now set the location 100, 100. Now we need to add action listener to the button. So we will add action listener using this variable. Now we will add the button to our frame. So right now we have added all these facilities only for the button with index 0. Now every time after the loop will implement, we want the k to increment, the k value to increase by 1. Right. Let's try to run this much code and check for any errors. Alright, now I will have to set my class path. You might not require to implement this step. I want you all to notice that we have just added the variable. We have not mentioned any changes inside this location. Here we have just used it x comma y. We have not made any changes in x comma y yet, which means they are used as constants for the moment. Let's compile it. You can see there is only one button, although there are total 9 buttons which are over overlapped over each other. Now we will make changes in our x and y variable. What we want after one row to be completed, after one incrementation in j, we want our x value to increase, and we want our x value to increase by 80 because the size of our button is 80 cross 8. Right. Now after this step, we want after one row is implemented, we want our x value to become 100 again, and we want to change the height by 80. Right. Now we will compile this part and check for any errors. Now we will run it. Now we have 9 buttons. This was your task, and if anyone got any problem with the button part, you can see for yourself. Now we will add action to it. So instead of implementing action listener for 9 separate buttons, we will again use a for loop, and the integer that is holding the index value is k. So our for loop will run from 0 to 9 for k equals 0, k less than 9, k plus plus. Inside this, we will put our condition if e dot get source equals any of our buttons, then we want to set the label. Now let's say if we just set the label, hmm, let's set the label as x for the moment. Let's compile it again. After clicking, you can see x has been set. Now what we want if the first player is clicking the button, the label X should appear, and when the second player clicks on the button, label O should appear, right? So if you observe, the first person can have first, third, fifth, seventh, ninth odd numbers of click, and the second pair can have even number of click, or it can happen if you want to index it from 0, you can index it from 0. Your first player will click for the 0th, second or fourth time, right? So for that count, let us create a variable count. Let's initialize it to 0. Now what will happen after the very first action that will be performed, we will increment our count by 1, and we will set the condition as if count is even, then, and the condition to check a number is even is to divide it by 2, and if the remainder is equal to 0, the number is even. Else we want the label to be 0 or O. I hope it is clear till now. Anyone has any doubts? Okay, let's proceed. First, let's see how it will compile or if there are any errors. 0, then you have cross, then you have 0, then you have cross. Now see, the label is not set permanently. If you are clicking again and again, it can change. We want it to become permanent. So what we will do, we will remove the action listener from that particular button. Now we have removed the action listener. We will compile it again. After this first button has been set as O, now you can click it n number of times, the label would be changed. Another one will be X, then 0, then X. Label is not temporary, it has become permanent right now. Right? I hope this is clear till now. Now we require to add the condition for winner. So we all have played this game in our childhood. We know for one person to become winner, we need to have, let's say, X in a row like this, first row, second row, third row, or we want three continuous X labels in a column starting from first, second, third, again here, or we want them in this diagonal condition continuously. So there are total 9 conditions in which a person can become a winner. So let's add the condition for a player to become winner. Outside this for loop and inside the action performed, we will add our condition for the winners. So let's say if button at 0 set label is used to explicitly set the label whatever you want, but get label will fetch the label value. Now let's say if the button at 0th index has label equals this string, which is X, and we are talking about the first row here. Button at index 1 has the label as X, and button at 1, so button at second button has the label X. We are checking for X right now. If you will learn about the X, you will also learn about zeroth. Those are very similar. See. Or we will have to use total 9 conditions inside this if clause. Now let's come to the second row, which will have button number 3, button number 4, button number 5. Now for the next lines, we can copy and paste the conditions and just change the number of buttons. Now we have come to the third row. Third row has got button number 6, 7, and 8. This was all about the rows. Talk ab- Now we will code for the columns. So the first column has the buttons 0, 4, and 8. If you have problem in indexing, so as a beginner you can create buttons on a copy and index them and then code for it. Then we'll talk about second row, second column. Second row is already done. The second column has the buttons 2, 4, and 6. Now moving towards the third row. The third row has the buttons 6A036. Now I'll I think our conditions for X are done. Next, we want if any of this condition is fulfilled, for as of now, we will print inside the command line only. We want to print that player one is winner. This was all about our if condition for first. Now let's try to execute it. There are some errors with okay, the brackets, I guess. Now let's compile it again. There is some typing error over here. Let's rectify it and move ahead. All right. So our first player is let's make a slight change over here so that our first player will become X. It says cross. Now you can see our player number one is winner and we are printing player one is the winner in the command line. I think it is clear till now. Anyone has any doubts? Okay, then let's proceed. Now we will use else if condition, and inside the else if condition we'll copy all this and paste them, and we will change the labels from cross to O. This is the easiest part of today's code. This is our else if condition, and this if statement is also copied. We'll remove it. Now, next, if this condition is satisfied, we want to print that second player is the winner. Let's compile it and check if there are any errors. Now, next, then you have 0, then let's say you have cross, then you have 0, then you have cross, then you have 0, then again cross, and so on. Now, no one will become winner in this situation. But if in case you will run again, player 2 is the winner. You have got this as output. I hope all of this is clear to each and everybody. Anyone has any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No doubts? Okay. So your task for today will be to create this entire tic-tac-toe game, and you will have to try to print the result on the screen. You can use a text field. For that, you will have to create a text field and add the text field. You will create a text field. You can call it anything. And inside FDemo, you can set its location, its size. You have to set its location with reference to your buttons. All right. Is the task clear? And whatever we studied today, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. People who have doubts can stay. People who do not have any doubts, they are free to leave.
हेलो धैर्य सर।
यस सर।
अर्चिता मैम। अर्चिता मैम। हेलो अर्चिता मैम। धीरे सर, आप जिस सर मतलब आपने इवेंट वगैरह के बारे में इन्फॉर्म किया था इंटर्न्स को?
सर मैंने तो नहीं किया था ऐसा कुछ, मतलब
सर
कब
आप
करना था?
मीटिंग में थे
क्योंकि
तो आज करना
अभी
था
इस
ना?
वाली मीटिंग में तो आज तो नहीं करा था ना। आज तो मैंने नहीं
हाँ,
करा। आज तो मैंने नहीं
आज
करा ऐसा
नहीं
कुछ।
किया? क्यों सर, करना था बिल्कुल, आपको इन्फॉर्म करने था पूरा।
चलो
एक
ठीक
मिनट
है, अब
रुकना
कर।
धीरे सर।
हाँ सर ठीक
हाँ,
है।
एक मिनट रुकना, एक मिनट।
आज मीटिंग एंड हो गई थोड़ी जल्दी तो।
हेलो।
यस सर।
हाँ धीरे सर, आपको मीटिंग वगैरह के रिगार्डिंग में कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन पता है ना, इसके बारे में क्या है क्या नहीं है, कितने घंटे की मीटिंग होती है अपने पास?
ये वाली ना,
हाँ।
मतलब 1 घंटे की रहती है। पर अभी जितना टॉपिक
फिर आज
डिसाइड किया था जितना टॉपिक डिसाइड हुआ था उस
नहीं
हिसाब
धीरे
से।
सर,
हाँ यस सर।
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है निकिता नंदिनी मैम जो है वो इतना अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा पा रही हैं, मतलब दिख रहा है मुझे ऐसा।
सर एक्चुअली क्या, वो मतलब इतनी कंफर्टेबल नहीं है, वो पहली बार ही ऑनलाइन पढ़ा रही है तो इसलिए थोड़ा तो नर्वस रहेंगी, बट पढ़ा लेंगी वो। अच्छा, वो नॉर्मली क्लासेस लेती है बच्चों की ऑफलाइन, कुछ दूसरा पढ़ाती है जैसे 10th 12th के बच्चों को, तो वो पढ़ा लेती है अच्छे से। ऐसा है, थोड़ा सा भी कंफर्टेबल होने में शायद टाइम लगेगा उनको, बाकी पढ़ा सकती है, उनमें है स्किल्स।
ओके। उसके अलावा आपको कुछ लगता हो?
नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं। बस ये लगता है कि
ऐसा तो
मतलब
नहीं ना
इतना
कुछ?
क्या।
हाँ हाँ बोलिए। हाँ बोलिए।
नहीं, बस ये लगता है कि इतना सब सीखने के मतलब सिखाने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम ज़्यादा